Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Educational Gamer and we are playing Strategic Command, of course. We are playing as the Soviets. Last time we actually did play as the US and UK forces. So let's take stock of the situation as the USSR. Things are okay-ish on this front down here. The enemy has taken Vinnytsia in the Ukraine down there, which is a little bit of a pity. But they haven't really been able to break through any other place, and indeed they even vacated that area, which I do find a little bit precarious. Right. We could do some bombing runs, but they wouldn't necessarily be ideal. So let's start out by attacking these bombers down here. At some point we will hopefully be able to make more of an impression on these guys than we are doing over here. Okay, so I'm guessing we'll simply need to reinforce our line basically over here so that these guys are ready to re-engage when we can. Ooh, over here we could shatter these guys, or at least attack these guys. I don't think we'll be able to shatter them as such. But we'd be able to free up quite some space over here. Okay, let's try to get rid of these Germans. We did. Let's try to get rid of these Italians. We did. So that is very good so far. So over here I would like to get this town back, really. That is a difficult move to be made though. There are some headquarters which we could engage. This is an army, so I don't think that necessarily we'd be able to take it out. Over here, what could we throw into the meat grind over there? We do have these tanks, we do have these mechanized forces, we do have another tank group, and ultimately we do have these forces over here. Will that be enough? Well, they don't really have that many reserves up here, is the thing, so that might actually be enough. Okay, let's start out with the tactical bombing run. There are interceptors, but we are providing escorts over here. Okay, very good. No losses for us. 3 fighter units destroyed, and they got reduced by 2, so that is a very good result actually. That I very much appreciate. Okay, so let's attack with the tanks. A little bit less well than expected. And move back then with these guys. Let's move in with the mechanized forces. Do another round of attacks over here. Move you back up there. Move in the tanks. Do another round of attacks. Move back over here. And then simply move in the... we can't move in the special forces. Why can't we not move you in? Can't move you in either. I should have checked that before. So we can move you in. That's not ideal, it's really not. So we can move these guys down here, but the thing is they wouldn't really be dug in. And they don't have any support. Sorry, they are under strength as is. We could force march you in, but that would reduce your morale and your readiness and all that, so yeah, that's not good either. Even these guys up here couldn't be moved down there. Which is due to this armor over here. But we can't reduce the armor either. If we were to do some damage to these guys, we would be able to move about here a little bit more easily. But this way we can't. Okay, let's move you in. It's still good enough. Oh, there's a German army. Oh well, that's fine. And then what we can do is move either these guys up or these guys. Well, I think these guys are fine then. Would have been better to reinforce some of these guys, but it is okay, I think, this way. So yeah, you can move into Kiev, so you'll be ready next time. And we'll move them into this spot over here, so that again you will be able to supply air cover, or AA cover, I guess, towards this line. So yeah, we managed to retake that position at the very least, and that is worth something. So that is fine. Also move up these fighters so they can cover more of that front. And then I do think we should ideally reinforce these guys, which we can't do now. But we should also think about where else we would place our line. And ideally we would like to keep these resources in our hands. On the other hand, over here is also good. I'm also thinking about providing a retreat point up here, and that one might not be the worst idea. Okay, let's get you over here, and then what we are going to do is set properties, fortify 3 sites, like such. So you'll be able to provide a very nice cohesive defensive line over there. That's good. Over here in the north, so the Riga position definitely needs to be... Whoop, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to get the reinforcement tool. The Riga position needs to be reinforced. And no, go on, that looks stupid. That I want. Okay, so Riga is fine-ish. I'm thinking that we probably need to withdraw from over here. These guys are not that great in terms of their morale, their readiness. So yeah, I think really we should try to get behind these lines. What else have we got? We've got an army and a garrison coming up. It is a pity that we should be losing this position. And we do have some forces down here. Oh, you also need to be reinforced, my friend. But yeah, on the other hand, these tanks are pesky. We can't really do much about them. Some bombings over here might be pretty decent actually. And these attacks up here, could we counter them? Not really, I'm afraid. Can't really even bring you up here. That is pathetic. You are building some fortifications? Make our lines somewhat straighter? On the other hand, it would also be great simply to cut these guys off. Although that is fantasy. Do we have a strategic reserve to move over here? Cavalry won't be quick enough, heavy tanks won't be quick enough. I'm wondering whether we could be able to take Brest-Litovsk. If that was a possibility, these guys would be cut off from supply, pretty much. That would be a huge win, actually. But I doubt that it's a free hex. So no, let's keep you around over here. And then what we're going to do is simply reinforce these guys. This is a good attack. Let's do it. Could be better, could have been better. We expected it to be better, certainly. Could come in over here. Why are you not... Oh, okay, now you could, because these guys lost their ability. Ooh. Their supply is pretty high. Yes! Yes! That is very good. That's extremely good result for us. You are entrenched. We are in the in danger of being counter flanked over there, but I think we are going to be alright. So your readiness is okay, yours sort of isn't. And you are entrenched. So I would not like to move you out of there. You are very much entrenched, so I would not like you to move out of there either. We could come into here and threaten these guys, but then we would be cut off. How far to the north can you actually get? Not very far is the answer. And if we move you back, we can't reinforce you. So you know what? We are going to risk it. We are going to reinforce these guys and simply trust that they will hold out over here. And there is going to be that. Any meaningful attack over here? Well, an attack on these tanks might not be the worst. Would reduce their strength considerably. I'm wondering what the attack on these tactical bombers would do. We could also try to fly to Brest-Litovsk. But yeah, no. You know what? What we're going to do is we are going to place our new units as the USSR. So the 1st Army, 11th Army, sorry. 11th Army is going to be placed over here. And then we do have the Brest-Litovsk garrison. And I think the garrison will probably go into this fortification. Could also place it over here. But I don't think they will push through over here this turn. They don't really have the ability to do that. Okay, nevertheless, let's move out these headquarter units and place the garrison into the fortification. So that it can dig into there and at least cover that area, and that might be enough to put these guys off footing. Readiness of these guys is very low, but then again, so are they. I mean, they are not even exerting much of a zone of control. Could even attack over here. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's attack over here. It is a -2/-2, but that should bring them down so far that I kind of doubt that they will do too much next turn. Now what we can do is bring up these tactical bombers, and next time we might be able to strike a little bit over there. And wouldn't that be lovely? Bring up our cavalry division over here. That's alright. This garrison is alright in their supply situation, so don't really need to bring you up much further. Not too bad either though. Okay, let's bring you up a little bit. That should be fine. And then this group can go down to Gomel. And that's alright. Good. And yeah, these two strategic, these headquarter units are covering these areas, and that's alright. Would ideally like to reinforce these guys, but that's not possible. Okay, let's do it for the fighters. And that's fine. Yeah, down here no one can be reinforced either. Well, the fighters can, so let's do that. And that does leave us with a couple of points as the USSR. How's your research looking? Is there anything that is coming up soon? Better tanks will be coming in at some point, anti-aircraft defenses, that will be very useful. Also command and control will be extremely useful. Industrial technology, we don't have enough points for that. So we will have to make do with what we got. And with the purchasing, what is coming up for the USSR? So it is May. In this year we have 2 more armies in June. A corps, a heavy tank unit, some tactical bombers, all of that. Okay, is there anything that we could buy? A couple of things actually. Submarines, destroyers, maritime bombers, fighters. We do have one group of fighters that was destroyed and would like to get that back. The armor train, although it's not that great at defending, it only has a defense of 2 against everything, whereas a normal army even has a defense of 5. You have an attack of around 5 on normal armies and 4 on the rest. And what have you got? Yeah, you're not great actually, but you have fun. Rail guns are no point in using them, although they do sometimes reduce enemy fortifications. So actually, didn't we get light tanks? Oh, they're gone. Good to cavalry, but they are a little bit flimsy, I think. And we do have a mechanized corps that we could rebuy. That might not be that bad, actually. You're pretty good at most things. How about these shock armies that we could get? You provide some demoralization, which I think a normal army doesn't. Yeah, mechanized armies are better at that, so there is that. And we don't have any tanks that we are waiting for. So yeah, let's actually buy some mechanized forces. And that does about spend all of our points. Not all of them, but nearly so. Let's reinforce our battleship, because we do know that there are some German destroyers. And ideally, I would like to take them out. Good. As the USSR, again, not much else that we can be doing. We are providing battleships, we are holding the line. The Germans are breaking through every now and then, but I think we are inflicting more damage than they are, so I think that at the very least is good. Other than that, really, I think we dealt with the research of the US. Yeah, we're spending all that we can, basically. And soon we'll get another level of amphibious warfare, which will be very helpful. So that is okay. We should actually be... yeah, no, we did put these guys into long-range transports. So that is very much fine and dandy. Yeah, so we could briefly think about diplomacy. I do like that Venezuela has shifted, so let's have a look at diplomacy for the US. You do have one more chid. I would like Argentina to join, really. Brazil, we are spending 2 points on Brazil, and Venezuela is being influenced, although not fully. But yeah, okay, let's spend a little bit more on Argentina, and I think that will make it very likely that they are going to join us, which should be good. Do we want another headquarter unit, maybe, as the US? I don't think the answer is yes, so rather than saying the answer is no. But yeah, no, I think we are fine over there. Over here, everything is good. I mean, these supply lines are there, but they are being somewhat interdicted. And we do have some forces kicking around over here. Oh, we could actually use this submarine. Although, you know what, we are going to keep it where it is, so that should they decide to make any run for it. Or, on the other hand, we might move over here, so that in case that carrier gets moved out, it might run into the submarine, and that might be able to sink it. We don't really know, but it is a nice thought that that could happen. Good. These fighters, for what it's worth, conduct a strike over there, or a reconnaissance mission, and that is alright then. Good. These fighters down here, we can't do much more with them. So, I think it's time to turn the turn towards the Axis and see what they are going to do. Very intrigued to see what's happening in the Singapore region over here. We have exposed ourselves a little bit, Very interested to see what the counter-strike of the Japanese is going to be over here. They do have 2 full battleships, which might as well sink one of ours, which would not be that great. Could actually move up a little bit over here, so that you'd have a slightly harder time to move around. Okay, let's move up there, although that does expose you to being attacked. Right, and we do have these flimsy troop transports in the back over there, but all in all, I think we are making some progress. So, let's see what the Axis is going to do. Especially on the Eastern Front, of course, as always. Allies liberate Hong Kong, yes we do. US forces deploy in Samoa, okay. A tank in Samoa. Civil unrest in India. We are blocking Bordeaux. We should really be blocking Brest a little bit more. Infantry weapons 2, tank weapons 2, anti-submarine warfare level 1, amphibious warfare level 3. Very, very good results over there. Getting income from Venezuela, getting a bit of more income here for the UK, that is good. USSR seems to be a little bit stable, but that is fine. Good. So, here we go. Calculating supply for the Axis. And we will have to see what they are going to do. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I assume you know the position of... So that is the Mediterranean. Submarine moved up. There's the battleship. Southern USSR, or Ukraine area. Interested to see whether they're going to do a lot of attacks. Seem to be reinforcing mostly over there in the northern sector of the USSR front. And that battleship is not attacking, it appears. Ooh. Carrier is bombarding this heavy cruiser. It is going to be followed up by a strike by these battleships, which are further going to run into this heavy cruiser. So we lost a heavy cruiser there, but I think we did make some progress last time. Okay, so it appears that they are striking this core, and they will be able to counteract that. These guys over here, we are protecting them at least with AA fire, so that is good. And interceptors. Yeah, but they are exposed. Lots of air battles, but still, they are taking so much damage, they'll definitely be knocked out next turn. Oh, they're striking our harbor? Really? Interesting. Yeah, tanks moving in. Threatening our heavy tanks. Surprising that they are attacking this position. I would have expected this position to be attacked much more. Kaunas seems to be attacked, but holding out for now. Ah, these guys, I hate them. Okay, that position... Ugh! I was supposed to say is holding out, but they just managed to obliterate it. They're so strong down there. That was a good result. Pulling in more troops over here. And over there on Riga. Advancing us over there. These troops should be out of supply. That was very good, but I don't think that is gonna hold out. Nope, our luck has run out. That was a little bit to be expected. Ooh, no, don't lose this army. No, don't do that. Oh, and also these are heavy tanks. I'm pulling back over here even. And more heavy tanks. God damn it, the Germans are so strong. Have the Japanese really come into force over here in Southeast Asia? Are you going to attack the heavy cruiser or not? More heavy tank movements, enemy contacts with these destroyers. I think that was a battleship moving through our heavy cruiser over there. the Roma battleship. So the Italians have another battleship. We are blocking their supplies though, and we are disrupting some of their convoys. So that is nice to see. Lots of convoys of the enemy being halted over here. And that does turn it over towards us. I think we will try to see what's going on in the beginning. Heavy cruiser sunk. Hong Kong major damage from bombing. I don't know why they did that really. An army and a corps destroyed. Yeah, so there we go. Fighters over there in Greece. Some troops in Warsaw, not that important. Some troops in Sofia. Ooh, a Fimbria's transport. That is a very good find. Tactical bombers in Kuching. Garrison in Bremen. Special forces in Truk. A carrier over there. And that is it. So, I think with that being done, this is a good place to put in a cut. So next time we will be able to have a look at the entire Allied turn. And that will be very nice. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.